Millennial Voices, and also in the Year of the Rat, another poem. Kristine, I remember Kristine well because she was my student, and when we were doing World Poetry Day, she very kindly did the poster, and then went on to be MC, and I discovered that she writes poetry too. So it's lovely to see you again. And can you tell us a little bit about the poems? Firstly, why do you write poetry?
Because I joined Bernice's class.
What a good reason she joined Bernice's class. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you in the creative writing program?
I chose it as a module, so I wasn't.
Okay, yeah, that's why I thought you worked in the but you enjoy writing poetry.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the poems that you have written.
Okay, so I guess in like the first Malaysian Millennial Voices, I have two poems inside. And this was written during my uni era. Then when the whole contribution was open, then I just reworked it over and over again. So the first poem, Doing Called to Me, is actually a tribute to my mother, because I remember a time when my father passed away, and she was kind of like Filipino in a country where people look down on Filipinos and feel them as mates. So as a child, I felt very helpless, and I wanted to help her. So this is written for my mom. Doing called to me. One night, Doing called to me to watch the crackling leaves whose branches twist like lonely lovers under the fluorescent light, straining their backs, their aching barks, vowing to taste finally the wet tips of the grass, now broken to sleep, an uprooted tree bed full of withered dreams. You were there too, clutching your mother's hands, her drops of life soaking the sand. But your small hands weren't enough for her, nor the man missing in the papers. A woman here is always second, the first to suffer as the country hounds their laws around them, like bullets of rain piercing her for being her, now broken to sleep, an uprooted tree bed full of withered dreams. So I'll just read one poem, a shortlisted poem for the Year of the Rat. So this one was inspired by reunion dinners. Every time I go to reunions, I know that as a family, sometimes in a huge Chinese family, not everyone gets along, and when we're at the reunion table, everyone just like forces themselves to like be happy with each other. So I was inspired and wrote this. So yeah, you can refer to page 16 if you have the book. Please pass me, not the bowls, but the mini saucers almost nobody uses, and let me wash them, drowning in the heat of conflict. The forks and spoons too. Let's forget the chopsticks aren't even. Here is a model Chinese family, strangers who smile at the camera, with its cleansing ritual, as old wounds stay open and pungent, each one a mountain of minced garlic, old wives' tales stinging my palate, all gathered for a hard-earned reunion. Hours later, the seats get uncomfortable. We raise our wine glasses, lower our gazes, and yum to a year of fortune, kept in one's own mansion. The chopsticks legs stacked like the soldiers, their eyes wide in search of costly ingredients, ending with fireworks touching earth, split-second colors, ashen in nature, like every family reunion.